Welcome to my garden, you guys. So to start us off, this is 4 seed trays that I've lost most of the stuff I started. It is what it is. I'm definitely new in that game, and it's been a learning curve. I water things, they damp off. I don't water things, they fry. The cats eat them, the cats sit on them. I did not get geraniums this year, so I'm going to have to figure out some sort of flowers to put in there. And then I've got beets and cucumbers, some asparagus and bronze fennel, just a whole variety of things. I'll try and let you know where those are. Now, this is a huge bunch of strawberries This is the area that they have been producing the best this year. They are pretty well full shade at this point. They got more sun at the beginning, but they aren't even really getting afternoon sun back behind that comfrey. And they're putting off big golf ball size berries. And I'm picking at least once a day. I do need to chop and drop my comfrey. The pots need to be moved back. I've got a ginkgo tree in one of them, and then the other one, I need to get something planted in it. Obviously, I need to weed. I have started weeding. That bag up there at the top is some fine pine bedding shavings from TSC, and then down here in the front is just a regular bag of mulch that's actually on a concrete patio. There you can see 2 things, I believe, of garlic. I don't think I planted them, but I don't know. I'm gonna harvest them and see. They've been there for 2 years, so I can't imagine that the cloves are very big, but I'm gonna try. The spiderwort has all been moved over here this spring. I'm basically flip-flopping all of the sedum over to where the spiderwort had been and moving the sedum out front because it needs full sun. It has started flopping because it doesn't have enough sun. I am also going to move these iris back here. Basically, you can see where the light changes. They just haven't gotten enough light to bloom. So I am going to pull them up, and I'm not sure where they're going yet. There are strawberries intermixed with the iris. That seems to be working pretty well. I actually mulched all of this area with the larger pine shavings last year, and I've picked a few blades of grass out, but overall the strawberries keep stuff shaded well enough. I don't really need to do a whole lot. You can see that I have started trying to root runners. They always go out on the patio, so I just try and okay, let's get you in dirt so I can move you somewhere else. And then this is my daughter's lemon tree that started off basically looking like a dead stick in a bucket. And then this tall giant thing is mullein. It is good for respiratory issues and did not follow what I was told on Space. It's probably, there's 2 of them there, and they're probably twice the size of what I thought they would. I thought they'd get tall, but they definitely branched out more. All of the lilies in here that are intermixed with the iris have basically spread from a place you're going to see shortly, and then I've got this foliage left that I need to clear out from the jonquils, buttercups, whatever you want to call them. And then this first grassy mess is where the lilies started. I would actually like to get those pulled up and that be sedum in there as well. You can see the first couple of clumps of sedum I got moved and some of the mums. This batch of grassy stuff is actually another clump of spiderwort and a hosta, and those are going to go in where those iris are and the rest of the sedum. Now here in front I've got potatoes and sweet potatoes planted. Although that is not where I planted the potatoes. I planted them at the other end, so I'm not sure if I had some help getting them moved, and maybe that's why other stuff is not coming up yet. Or won't be coming up. I'm actually not sure what I'm going to plant there to fix that issue. And then these are the gladiolus. I need to weed around them and get them mulched. but they seem to be doing very well. They do come back every year, and I actually, a few years ago, I dug them up and put them in a pot. Groundhogs do like them, and they will find the bulbs. Just saying. Now, this mulberry tree back here is actually producing fruit. I'm trying to keep it groomed up so that we can still walk, because otherwise I'll get tagged. I do live in a trailer park. This is Russian sage, which is awesome. And I do have some hostas back here and a whole lot of poison sumac. I just planted these maple trees back here last year before. They started from saplings from a neighbor's tree. This is actually where the asparagus are gonna go, and as well as probably quite a few of the strawberries that I want to move. I have found that strawberries are an awesome ground cover. They keep the ground shaded, so weeds don't really take a whole lot of hold if you have a little bit of mulch. This is a sort of broken forsythia bush. There's a tree in the middle of it that we did not plant either. And then this is a Mount Morenzi cherry tree. We have gotten a few cherries off of it. Normally the birds get them first, and then I also have an oriental moth issue, which is definitely making an appearance. We haven't actually gotten cherries for a couple of years. Now this weedy mess is a bed that I don't mulch. And I'm seriously considering mulching. There's not a whole lot of light back here, but it gets enough to actually grow tomatoes and things. I had a few onions in here. They are actually starting to bulb right now. I just never got this bed cleared out. The weather was weird. I've had back issues off and on all spring. So this is a major to-do list item for me right now. Oddly enough, those flowers by the meter thing are actually radishes. Now, like, you don't realize it, but that space, like 2 foot to the one side, was dug down 2 feet by a guy working on the meter stuff. Another maple tree, that's a tree behind the shed. Black raspberries along the shed. There's a currant bush in there. Once the black raspberries are done, I think I'm probably going to cut them all back and then try and get that currant bush moved. This is from the outside of the berries. You can see where I started mulching.